Hey, what's up guys? Tino here, and today we're talking about vegan books. And I know that books are not as popular as videos or podcasts these days, but books are still really powerful. So in this video, I have a conversation with my YouTube friends about some of the best books on veganism. Let's jump right into the video and get into it. What is your favorite vegan book?
I think the only one that I read front to back was the China Study, because it was the first one that I really dove into and I really loved that one. That one and Whole. I read that one as well. I think those two are my favorite.
Believe it or not, it is the China Study, which has been thoroughly debunked by various paleo advocates. No, it's not the China Study part of the China Study book that really got me. It was all of the other chapters on all of the other diseases. So that was actually my first introduction to anything vegan health related, actually. And I basically started trying to go vegan the day after I read that book. So for me, that's the most important one at least.
I think the only vegan book I think I've read is China Study. So that's got to be included in my answer. But I've read a little bit of Gary Francione's book, but I haven't read it all, and I can't even remember the name of the book. It's like something about abolitionism, something. It's just like the way he writes is really clear.
I think the China Study is probably my favorite because it's backed up by scientific information. After you read that, you know for a fact that you're doing the right thing.
I collect cookbooks, although I don't really read them. I have a vegan cookbook collection.
Do you know what? I've not actually read many vegan books. I've got quite a few, like the China Study. I'd say the 8-10-10 diet for me, because I'd already accepted veganism. I didn't need to read a book on veganism, but I wanted to know how to be a healthier vegan.
The World Peace Diet, and the tagline is eating for spiritual health and social harmony. And we were so taken by the book that we actually undertook a 3-month online facilitator and mastery training program with the author of the book, Dr. Will Tuttle, because we really wanted to go deeper into it. We were just so taken by it.
We were blown away. It kind of takes your understanding of veganism just next level. It's very deep. It's very mind-opening. It may be a little bit too much for new vegans or people transitioning to a vegan lifestyle. So for them, we would say check out The Cheese Trap by Dr. Neil Barnard, because so many people say, well, I can't go vegan because I can't give up my cheese. But you can if you know what it is and what it does to our bodies and
why you're addicted.
Yeah, so that's a great resource to break the addiction.
My favorite vegan book, it's either going to be Food Revolution by John Robbins or Animal Liberation by Peter Singer. Animal Liberation was the one that did it for me, where I knew that being vegan or being plant-based, it wasn't only going to be about the nutritional side. My passion and life's mission after reading that book was to expose the world to the amount of cruelty that we're committing to animals. It's pretty much the Bible of the animal rights movement, I think. So Animal Liberation, probably the best book I've read.
I actually like the starch solution for maximum weight loss. And I did an interview with Dr. McDougall, and he said that he wished he never would have wrote that book because he thinks it's too restrictive and people don't do it. But I think if you want like the absolute best results ever, you should do that diet, the maximum weight loss, especially for people who like have PCOS or are really struggling or have type 2 diabetes or like some type of issue that they need to clear up. I think that's the absolute best diet you could possibly do.
Yeah, well, like from a health diet perspective, Starch Solution is definitely my favorite because Dr. McDougall explains sort of the history of the different cultures around the world eating starches. And I find that like when we talked about earlier, like success, people, they don't really understand the value and the importance of starches and how these cultures ate them. And then, so that's kind of the big thing. And then getting over the fear of carbohydrates, and that is a big one if you're going to try to be successful in this lifestyle.
Going back to why I like forks over knives, I would probably have to say the China Study, just because that was like the first one I read, and it was just so eye-opening to me. And I've read them. I read tons of them, Proteinaholic, How Not to Die, 80-10-10, Starch Solution. That was a great one too. That was a really good one, by the way. I've read a lot of them, but I would have to probably say just the China Study, because that was like my first introduction to it, and it just really opened my eyes.
So this book isn't explicitly vegan, but I feel like everyone's going to recommend the standard vegan book. So I want to go a little bit outside of the box, and I'm going to recommend Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. It never mentions veganism in the book, but there's a lot of vegan themes that run throughout it, and one of the biggest underlying themes is how humans abuse animals and animals deserve rights. And I think it's a really interesting read too.
All right, so I hope you found this video useful. There are so many great books out there on veganism and plant-based nutrition, but I would say my favorite is probably The Starch Solution. I really love this book because it was so easy to read, and Dr. McDougall made so many great points as well. While it's not that heavy on animal liberation and the environment, it does touch upon those points, but But I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who's interested in adopting a plant-based diet and eating healthy. But let me know what your favorite vegan book is down in the comments below. Give this video a like, share it, subscribe for more videos just like this. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.